My name is Priscilla and I'm registration number 18. I'm going to talk about forest ecosystems. Forest ecosystems, these are terrestrial systems in which living things such as trees, insects, animals, and people interact is referred. Okay, yeah, that is it. It is a smaller classification of the ecosystem as a whole, which is the biggest function unit comprising of all the geographical features and living organisms on Earth. There are many different kinds of forest ecosystems, and they are categorized according to the local climate, including the amount of rainfall and temperature. I'm also going to talk about the types of forest ecosystems. There are about 5 types. The first one is tropical evergreen rainforest. Tropical evergreen rainforests are there's only a small percentage of tropical forests where average rainfall is 80 to 400 inches in a year. This forest is characterized by deep and dense vegetation consisting of all tall trees reaching different levels. Number 2, tropical deciduous rainforest. The main characteristic of tropical deciduous rainforest are broad-leaved trees along with dense bushes, shrubs, etc. The main seasons, summer and winter, are distinctly visible there. This type of forest is found in many parts of the world. A large variety of flora and fauna are found here. Number 3, temperature evergreen forest. Temperature evergreen forest is a type of forest that is characterized by a smaller number of trees but an adequate number of ferns and mosses. Number 4, temperature deciduous forest. Temperature deciduous forest. Temperature deciduous forest involves in the moist temperature region, which is sufficient rainfall. Here also, winter and summer are well defined, and trees shed their leaves during winter. Dominant trees are maple, oak, beech, etc. The other one is tiger or boreal. Situated just south of tundra, taiga is characterized by evergreen conifers. The average temperature is below the freezing point for almost half of the year. Now I'm going to talk about characteristics of forest ecosystems. Number 1, warm temperatures and sufficient rainfall are characteristics of forests, resulting in the formation of numerous ponds, lakes, etc. The second one is that the forest maintains climate and rainfall. The third characteristic of forest ecosystem is that the forest supports many wild animals and protects biodiversity. Number 4, the soil is rich in organic matter and nutrients which support the growth of trees. Functions of forest ecosystems. Number 1, goods obtained from forests. There are various types of food products such as honey, wild meat, fruits, mushrooms, palm oil, and wine and medicinal plants obtained from forests. Other than edible parts, we can obtain timber, wood biomass, cork, etc. from forest. The fuel can be extracted from old trees that are burned under the soil. The second function of forest ecosystem is ecological functions. Forests play an important role in maintaining ecological factors such as climate, carbon storage, nutrient cycling, and rainfall. Number 3, culture and social benefits. The tribal people who live in the forest treat forests as nature goddesses. The traditional beliefs and spiritual save wild animals from hunters and cutting down of trees by urban people. A few modern people visit forests for recreation. Structure and function of forest ecosystems. The two main structures of forest ecosystems, we have biotic components and abiotic components. When we talk about biotic components, we talk about the various biotic components represented from the three functional groups of forest ecosystems are: 1. Producer organisms. In a forest, the producers are mainly trees. Trees are of different kinds depending upon the type of forest developed in that climate. Apart from trees, climbers, epiphytes, shrubs, and ground vegetation. Dominant species of trees in major types of forest ecosystems are Tectona grandis, Aca, Betula, Picea, Pine, and Cedrus. And number 2, we have consumers. In a forest, consumers are of three main types. We have A, the primary consumers. These are herbivores which feed directly on producers. For example, ants, beetles, bugs, spiders, etc., feeding on tree leaves. On these primary consumers, there are larger animals such as elephants, deer, giraffes, etc., grazing on shoots or fruits or trees. B, secondary consumers. These are consumers that feed on primary consumers, e.g. the birds, lizards, frogs, snakes, and foxes. And the other type of consumers is tertiary consumers, whereas these are secondary carnivores and they feed on secondary consumers. This may include top carnivores like lions and tigers. And then we have the decomposers. These include wide variety of saprotrophic microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. Bacteria, Clostridium, and Pseudomonas. We have the fungi, for example, Aspergillus. We also have the actinomycetes, for example, Streptomyces. They attract the dead or decayed bodies of organisms, and thus decomposition takes place. Therefore, nutrients are released for reuse. And the other structure is abiotic components, whereas these include basic inorganic and organic compounds present in the soil and temperature. In addition, dead organic debris is also found littered in forests. That was my presentation on forest ecosystems. Thank you.